still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible, who still wonders if the dream of our founders is alive in our time, who still questions the power of our democracy, tonight is your answer.
We're seeing all over this nation, all cities and all parts of the country, indeed across the world, an outpouring of joy, of hope, renewed faith in tomorrow. Bring a better day.
Only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
And you have to really recognize I'm doing something this country has never really been done before. It's a question of inculcation, reorientation, and education. Never before in this country, ever since the inception of the Republic, have you had a woman seriously running for the presidency. I'm not talking about someone nominating someone at the convention. It's a mere gesture of symbolism and tokenism. I'm talking about someone that has been going out in the highways and byways for the past 7.5 months.
I can hear you. I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people.
With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. When we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Behind us, we can look back and see the great expanse of American achievement. And before us, we can see even greater, grander frontiers of possibility. We should, all of us, be filled with gratitude and humility for our present progress and prosperity. We should be filled with awe and joy at what lies over the horizon. And we should be filled with absolute determination to make the most of it.
Let us remember that a fight means no person left behind. So when people want to stop talking about the issues that black women face, when people want to stop talking about the issues that trans women or immigrant women face, we got to ask them, why does that make you so uncomfortable? This is the time we're going to address poverty. This is the time we're going to address Flint. This is the time we're going to talk about Baltimore and the Bronx and wildfires and Puerto Rico. Because this is not just about identity. This is about justice. And this is about the America that we are going to bring into this world. Thank you all very, very much.
My dear friends, your vote is precious, almost sacred. It is the most powerful non-violent tool we have to create a more perfect union. Too many people struggled, suffered, and died to make it possible for every American to exercise their right to vote.
Do you want to wipe out all the bans and state-imposed prohibitions on abortion?
Yes, the position of the caucus is one against government intervention in the reproductive freedom of the individual citizen. That affects men as well as women. It means birth control as well as abortion. It also means the enforced sterilization laws, which exist in many states in this country. It's clear from the opinions in other industrialized countries and also from the opinions here, that is not the wish of the average citizen, male and female, is not to have government intervention in that most private area of personal freedom.
Your indifference costs these men and women their most valuable commodity, time.
This should be flipped. This hearing should be flipped. They responded in 5 seconds. They did their jobs. Courage, grace, tenacity, humility. 18 years later, do yours.
It is our fundamental belief in the power of hope that has allowed us to rise above the voices of doubt and division, of anger and fear that we have faced in our own lives and in the life of this country. Our hope that if we work hard enough and believe in ourselves, then we can be whatever we dream, regardless of the limitations that others may place on us. The hope that when people see us for who we truly are, maybe, just maybe, they too will be inspired to rise to their best possible selves.
Folks, and they brought us whole binders full of women.
Goat's milk latte drinking!
There you go again.
If the senator were not too much of a coward to debate in public, then that's what I'd ask him. Please clap.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built, butch body.
A what now?
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House! Yeah!
Issues with Russia as Putin rears his head and comes into the airspace of the United States of America.
Where am I going to see this?
That's a banana republic without the banana.
Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
When they go low, we kick.
I believe these words came from the Pokemon movie.
Who am I? Why am I here?
Are you a racist?
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong.
Turn off. This is my city. When I say off, I mean off.
He's a jackass.
How we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
Everyone that knows me, they know one thing. I hate rats.
I do not like broccoli.
I don't snort cocaine, like it's not my thing.
Well, I'm not a crook.
I grew up castrating hogs.
4 glorious years, I guess.
Well, meal, you told me. All right, let's not do it. I don't want to get milled. I just want to say hi first. Yeah, good.
We're not going to vote to confirm a ham sandwich.
Ooh, don't do it.
I like beer. Still like beer.
20-foot impressive seahorse. He's ready.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
The reason that she knows why we're going to win.
Rent. It's too damn hot.
What do you say icon again?
Icon.
You can't. Girlfriend, you were so wrong.
People always say I have the ability to turn people on.
Sashay down there and vote for this amendment are officially weird.
I love good news. Love good news. I just love good news.
YouTube, how's it going? Oh my gosh, I haven't done this in so long. I have to move over. How are ya? We are doing it. It is election eve, baby. How are we feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling much better than I've been feeling, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. I think she is peaking at the right time. And I got to tell you that I think Donald Trump is flailing at the right time as well. And so I wanted to do a very, what's it called? Like a very informal live stream, because I know that this is very nerve-wracking. This is very nerve-wracking because the stakes are so high. The stakes are so high. I don't think the other side is nervous, honestly, because the other side are, let's be honest, a lot of them are lawless. And so when you're lawless, you're not afraid of people who are going to continue following the rules when you're a rule breaker. So we have the weight of responsibility on our shoulders, but we also have the strength of our history, because Americans always rise to the occasion. Can you not hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Okay, you can. Okay, good. All right. Good. Okay. I was like, God, that was a pretty good monologue. All right. So if you are scared, good. If you're nervous, good. If you are anxious, good. That means you care. That means you care. And what a beautiful thing to care about your country. What a beautiful thing to care about your country. And so appreciate the nervousness you have, because in your nervousness is a love you have for America and a love you have for democracy. And so I hope you can appreciate your anxiety for that reason, because people who don't care don't get nervous, okay? And I am a little nervous too, I gotta be honest. But I have to say, now, first off, let's just amp up some love in the chat. Let's get some blue hearts in the chat, because we are about to make history tomorrow. We are going to elect Kamala Harris, the first ever female president of the United States of America, the first ever Asian American president of the United States of America, and someone who is finally going to end Donald Trump's political career for once and for all. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good? I realized yesterday that Donald Trump, or I realized this afternoon, that Donald Trump, either way, is never going to be a candidate for president ever again. And I know some people are going to be like, well, Keith, he's not going to, if he loses, he's not running again. If he wins, he's not going to win, but he's not running again. This is it. We're done with him. We're done with him. Oh my gosh. I'll try this in. Keith, there's a spot in your hoodie. Take it off and bring you another one. No, is it that? Thank you, I guess. Thanks, Jerome. Okay, so it's a small group of us tonight. That's okay. We're here to hang out. I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow, because, to be honest, I think I'm going to be a little too anxious to go through all the results. I think either way, what I will do is when there is a result, I will go live. But in the meantime, how do I do this? I think it's this one. I did it right. Okay. So Donald Trump is, you know, he's flailing because look at this. Let's just listen.
I love the Green Party. Jill Stein, this may be I never met her, but she may be one of my favorite politicians. I love the Green Party.
He is scrambling, trying to get the win. He's doing this to try to get the win because he knows that he cannot clear 50%. You can't hear him? Sorry, I'll turn him up. I actually think he was high enough. I hear you. You can't hear him. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Sorry. Computer audio. Yes, that's it. Okay. How about this? Watch this.
I love the Green Party. Jill Stein, this may be I never met her, but she may be one of my favorite politicians.
Did you hear that? Oh, it's just the audio is bad? Oh, it's better. Okay. So because Donald Trump cannot clear. Also, look at this. Look at the makeup. What is going on? It's insane. It's insane. And I did a video earlier today where I really do think we're going to win. I think we're going to win. I don't know if it's going to be close or not, but I think we're on the precipice of flushing this man down the toilet. Okay? I am so excited that we are going to be done with Donald Trump for the rest of our lives. And he is flailing. He's flailing. And here is how I know.
Quickly show you here.
Now, in Fell Knight gave $5. Thank you so much. Beware his slogan when Trump will fix this. He's talking about the election. Oh, interesting. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything about the election. He's not in power. Now, just as an FYI, Donald Trump filled this. He went to this very same stadium in 2016. It's not even a stadium. It's like a 7,600 person theater. And
we're in North Carolina. This is going to be his first stop. He's making 2 stops in Pennsylvania, Reading, and then Pittsburgh.
Kat says, Keith, did you hear about Anderson Cooper said Trump's wearing more makeup than a drag queen? I did actually hear that. It's
before finishing the night, as he did in 2016 and 2020 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I want to show you guys real fast what this crowd looks like, because Donald Trump was scheduled to take the stage at 10 a.m. And our Tony Butler is going to show you what this crowd currently looks like.
So look at that. That is the morning before the election. And if that's the morning before the election, then that means that he has no, what is the word? He has just have no, there's no enthusiasm for him. And enthusiasm is how you win. Yeah, empty as heck is right. Wait, did Joe Rogan endorse Trump for real? Joe Rogan, Trump. Let's look. I don't think that's true, is it? Oh, for the record, yes, that's an endorsement. He makes what I think is the most compelling case for Trump you'll hear, and I agree with him every step of the way. For the record, yes, that's an endorsement of Trump. Ugh. Gross. How long is this? 2 minutes. 2 hours. 2 hours. Let's see if someone has the clip of him saying something. I don't think that's a big deal, honestly. I mean, do you think there's anyone on the fence who is who's someone who is going to support Trump, who is a Joe Rogan fan who Joe Rogan could influence, who is on the fence because of a Joe Rogan endorsement? I don't think it helps. Do you think it helps? I don't think it helps. I don't know. Let's see if there is like just some content of it here. I don't know if it exists. We're just searching. We're searching. We're searching. I don't know. I don't think any of the clippers are looking at that right now, honestly. And again, like Elon Musk, it's all baked in my opinion. So, whatever. Okay. Meanwhile, Donald Trump cannot.
Where, and we put up videos of the vicious crimes. I don't put them up anymore. You know why?
Here, let me turn this up for you a little bit. Oh my God, fell night for the 10 Canadian dollars. He doesn't need to be empowered. He just needs to be 2 Republican legislators. No.
Because the fake news refuses to put them on. And I have friends call me, they love to watch the rallies. They can't get enough of them, and they're going, President, it's so terrible.
Like, do you think this is, like, compelling? Thank you, Martin, for the $20. I just don't think this is compelling, get out the vote, rallying. Like, his own supporters are, like, bored as hell. Look at them.
You're speaking, and then you put up a video on a screen right behind you, and the fake news.
Is Katy Perry and Lady Gaga happening right now? Is that happening right now? I'll look.
Because she's on her way right here.
All right, we're watching this. We're watching this.
Here to Philly. Now tonight, I've got freedom on my mind. I've got the future on my mind. I've got Georgia on my mind. You see, while our democracy was born here in Philadelphia, it grew because people rose up and spoke up across our country. Nobody knows that better than Atlanta, the cradle of the civil rights movement. Now to kick things off down south, please make some noise for our next speaker, a student at Spelman College and a first-time voter. Live from the ATL, I pass the mic to Sage Allen.
Please welcome to the stage, first-time voter in a presidential election, Sage Allen.
Hello, Georgia. I'm Sage Allen. I'm a senior at Spelman College, and this will be...
Kaylee, what's
This
up?
will be the first time that I vote for a president, and it means a lot to me. And not just because I'm voting for an HBCU grad. Vice President Kamala Harris will usher in a new generation of politics.
Okay, unfortunately, there's nothing happening right there. I want to watch, we can come back to it, but I want to watch this. All right, so does everyone know who Ann Seltzer is? Does everyone know who this is? The Oracle of Iowa. Does anyone know who that is? Does everyone know who that is? No, no, yes, 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 no, yes, yes. No? All right. All right. She is the election. She's an Iowa pollster. She's a ninja, as someone just said. Someone said we do now. Yes. And so she has predicted the last, I don't know, handful of presidential elections, like scarily accurate, like by the percentage. And what makes her extremely interesting is that she zigs when others zags. So she'll have these outlier polls sometimes, because of the way she does polling, that look like they're outliers, but like in 2016, she had this poll that showed a lot of Trump support, and everyone else is like, what are you talking about? Hillary's going to win. And it turns out that Trump won Iowa, and Trump, as you all know, won the presidency. She came on the poll. Previously, she had Trump beating Biden by 14%. She had another poll in September, Trump beating Kamala by 4%. She came out with her final poll on Saturday where Kamala was beating Trump by 4% in Iowa, 3%, sorry, by 3% in Iowa. And so people are freaking out because she's never wrong. She's never wrong. And so folks are like, wait a second. So what is she seeing that other people aren't seeing? And there's a lot of pundits on the cable news saying, well, she must be wrong. She must be wrong. Well, Lakin, it is Iowa, but the thing is she can see something in the electorate in Iowa that might be reflected of the rest of the country. So that is the idea here. But I want to watch a little bit of this because she talks about how she polls differently than other pollsters. I find it so interesting.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Where is it?
So you have been, delivered news which has upset Democrats and upset Republicans and people all over the map in the past.
Right. Without favor toward one side or the other. I think that the best news I can deliver, and this is true of my non-election related clients, the best news I can deliver is my best shot at what's true. Because then you know what you're working with and you can make adjustments as you need to. But I can't see that there's any advantage to me or my career in messing with the numbers to make it look a particular way. There's no upsides.
Yeah. I want to bring in John and David Axelrod because they all know you and respect you and I know they want to ask you questions. John, I know you've been reading through the poll. What sticks out to you? And feel free to ask Ann whatever you'd like.
Yeah, quick piece of history first. This is the 2020 map. Let's just bring out Iowa. And you say, a lot of people out there probably saying, oh, come on, that can't be possible. Look at that big Trump win in 2020 and look at this big Trump win in 2016. But you have Mr. Axelrod at the table as well. It is possible. It is possible. It's been a while, but Iowa voted overwhelmingly for Obama in 2012 and 2008 as well. The people of Iowa follow the news, and there are a lot of independents in Iowa. Here's what I want to pop up for Ann. And as I bring it up right now, I just want to say, despite what the former president just said, I've known Ann for a long time. Interesting, Ann, in your poll among female voters in Iowa.
All right.
Overall,
female voters in Iowa, pay attention.
A 20-point gap, 56 to 36%, number one. And now I want to bring up, independents. You're always looking late in a campaign. Where are the independents going, right? If the Democrats are loyal to their candidate, the Republicans are loyal to theirs, where are the independents going? These are independent female voters in Iowa. Look at that. Wow, 57 to 29. My question for you, Ann, would be, why? The 6-week abortion ban in Iowa took place a couple months ago.
All right, that's
Trump has been
what I wanted to show. Where is it?
In the proportion of people we talk to in.
We hear a lot of pollsters, and Nate Cohn wrote about this in the New York Times.
This is it. I find this so incredibly interesting.
Times this morning, talking about non-response bias, that to try and explain why polls have been so off in the past few cycles in capturing some of this infusion of Trump voter that they hadn't spoken with and hadn't been included in their sample. And so they've tried to find ways to weight their polls to account for that and cut that number down. You don't believe that is that's the way to go. Explain it.
Well, I can control what I can control. I can weight to known population parameters.
By the way, when you say weight, I think a lot of people don't know what that means. What does that mean?
It will sound very anti-democratic. It's some people get a little bit more than one vote, and some people get a little bit less than one vote. So if we end up in our sample and we take a sample of all adults in the state of Iowa, and if we've got too many who are older or too many that are women, we adjust it to look like the census. So we're weighting within congressional districts because they're not all aged appropriately. Some of them have state universities and so on. But we want to adjust our data so it looks like a cross-section of the state of Iowa when it comes to age, sex, geography in particular, race sometimes, education not so much anymore. And then from that bigger pool, over 1,000 people, we pull out the 808 who met one of our criteria to be a likely voter. They've already voted, or they say that they will definitely vote. And so from that, cross-section, proper cross-section of the state, if older people are more likely to say they're going to vote, they show up in more plentiful numbers in our likely voter sample.
I see.
It's just that easy. So what I say is I'm allowing my data to reveal to me this future
Queen.
And the people who are using back, the exit polls or the recalled vote, which I don't think of as very reliable at all, I call that polling backward. So they're adjusting their data to fix the last mistake. I've always allowed my data to show me, without fear or favor, my best shot at what this future electorate is going to look like.
So that could be the ball game, is all I'm saying. That could be the ball game. Everyone else is polling backwards. She allows her data to speak to her without fear or favor, baby. Without fear or favor. This queen. All right, so that to me is very interesting. That everyone else is doing something differently, and they're getting a very close election to try to make up for missing a Trump voter. So they very well could be this entire time have been accounting for a Trump voter that doesn't exist, whereas Queen Anne was like, I'm just going to let the poll tell me what's happening, and got this result that showed what we've all been feeling, which is that people are 100% enthusiastic about Kamala and over Trump. Okay? So that is my good tidings on election eve, that Queen Anne, Jesse, you are more attractive when you go full nerd. Thank you. KE is high as fuck and raging. I called my friend earlier today. He was like, you are amped up. And I am amped up because there are multiple things about to happen. I'm going to go full screen. There are multiple things about to happen, okay? One, Kamala Harris is about to become the freaking president, okay? That's happening. And it's going to be awesome. Secondly, Donald Trump is going to lose again for the second time. And we are going to be done with him. And then he has to go to, on the 26th, he's going to get sentenced for his multiple crimes for fraud. And then he's going to go to fucking trial for January 6th, okay? So, yeah, I'm hyped up because it's looking like it's all going to happen. And for once, he's not going to get away with it. And I'm so fucking pissed off that it took all of us to do the right thing. The American people had to fucking come together and do the right thing to get this asshole for once and for all out of our system. We tried the Supreme Court, we tried impeachment, we tried the Senate, we tried it all. And no one could be a fucking grown-up. But you know what? The American people are about to say enough. That's right. We are the highest branch of government. We are the bosses, bitch. And if you're not going to do your job, then we are voting you out. And that's what's about to happen. So yeah, I'm hyped up because it's Judgment Day for once and for all. And it's looking like, with everything else going on, with the polls and everything else, everything's a little blurry right now, but it's coming into focus. It's coming into focus. I'm not jinxing it. It's already happening. It's already happening, okay? It's already happening. There's not jinxing it. I'm so not superstitious like that. It's already happening. In a way, it's already happening. Sorry. So I am just sick of this. I'm sick of it. Now, of course, he could win. He could win. It's between her and him. He's won before, but it's looking like I am cautiously optimistic, but it's looking like we are going to be done with this asshole. Okay? I'm just swearing. There's no way this video is going to get monetized. I'm just swearing. But I am so fired up. And I said on my Instagram story earlier today, someone misconstrued it that I meant that the media, had to be a reckoning on the media about, the election. And I don't think that's true. But I think there needs to be a reckoning around the media and the way that they normalized him. Because there is absolutely no reason why. Oh, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. There is absolutely no reason why it should have been this close. He should have been the candidate, and that the stakes of the election weren't always front and center this entire time. That they try to make this a normal election is devastating. Thank you for tomorrow's the most important day since D-Day. Vote, 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 vote. Yes, tomorrow is the most important day since D-Day, okay? You and I are never gonna go on the field of battle, okay? But tomorrow, our ballot is our bullet. And tomorrow we have to make sure we do everything we can to make sure that we put this over the finish line. Because this is the shot. He has told us who he's going to be. Ted subscribed to the Substack. Thanks for subscribing to the Substack. And I don't want to find out if he was lying or not. I think he would be 100 times worse than he ever was. So it is everyone's responsibility tomorrow and today to make sure that you vote, you have your friends and family vote, and you go out and you text people, make sure that they voted, convince someone, Omen convinces someone to vote for today. That is exactly what you're supposed to do. And together, we can, for once and for all, end Trumpism. Now, I said earlier, and I believe it, that it looks like Trumpism is dying. That's what it looks like to me. I have been on dying campaigns. It looks like it is dying. That looks like a campaign that is losing. Okay? The media will not report on it like that because they need it to feel close. But it looks like it is. It looks like it's falling apart. Okay, so thanks. Okay, and I will say, if you're on here, subscribe to my Substack because it seems like people like it. And I talked a little bit about this stuff on my Substack. I'm going to be doing it once a week on Sundays. I might do a couple special ones. I did one today, and I'm going to probably do one Wednesday or Thursday, depending upon what happens. But I will put it in the chat. Yes, Jesse, that's a great question. Let's do a roll call about who already voted. Who voted, baby? Okay. All right. Carl voted. Mary voted. Victoria voted. Cynthia voted. Kathleen voted. Oh my God, you all voted. Tim, DLL, CH, Roy, Heather, Bill, Chris, David, still alive. Francie, Capitol Hill, Bamboozled voted. Prestige, Wolf voted a week ago. Lee voted. Heather King voted. Indra Fitz voted. Kiki's mom voted. Raymond says, as a proud Latino artist, after watching the MSG crap, I voted the next day. Thank you, Raymond. Voted early, voted. Annette voted. Alan voted. Oh, my God. Art voted, and he was out of the room. You voted. Singh voted in North Carolina. Hell yes. Swing state. Singh, do you think North Carolina is going to flip? I put it on my election map. I put it on my election map as it going blue. So I hope it does, because could use that win. So that's awesome. You all voted. When I voted, I literally got emotional. I started crying because it's so many feelings at once. It is anger. It is excitement. It is relief. It is optimism. It's hope. It's everything rolled into one in that little bubble. In that little itty bubble was every goddamn emotion we've been feeling for 9 years. And it feels like it could almost be done. It could almost be done. So, okay. Texas being blue would be the fantasy. All right. So we will, this time tomorrow, I am telling you, it's so scary. This time tomorrow, we will have results in, and North Carolina, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan have all said that they're going to be counting very fast. So we will have a sense very quickly on which way this night's going to go. Because what they're going to do is they're going to go into the counties that Biden won by a slim majority. And they're going to start seeing what the margin is. And they're just going to be trying to see if Kamala Harris is making the margin that she needs to make in those counties to win. It's going to be anxiety-inducing. And that will be happening right now tomorrow. Okay? Let's listen to music. We'll listen to music on the way up. I don't hear it. Where is it? Okay, never mind. No music. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Thanks for joining me here. It's crazy. It's tomorrow. This is like reverse Christmas, where like you can't go to sleep because of the excitement of the next day. And it's like, I can't wait to go to sleep. I can't go to sleep because of the dread of the next day. Oh, man. Okay. Sorry, music's too loud. I'll turn it off. All right. Bye, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.